Good day, everyone. This is Sonny Gurney with Sunnyside Medicare, and today we're going to be doing part 2 in our video series of Medicare Breakdown. Remember, if you want to get your digital copy, just click on the link below, fill out the form, and we'll send that to you directly. In our last video, we covered Original Medicare, Part A and Part B, what it covers, what it doesn't cover, and the primary reason why we do an intensive explanation of Part A and Part B is not really what it covers, but what it doesn't cover and why you don't want to have just Original Medicare. So when it comes time to becoming eligible for Medicare and you have Part A and Part B, what you have to understand is there are two options that you have to fill in the gaps. And what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about both of those options. And I'm not going to tell you that one option is better than the other. What I'm going to do is talk about what are the pros and cons of each option, which will then allow you to start thinking about what you think might work best for you. If you choose option 1, which is a Medicare supplement and a prescription drug plan, or option 2, Medicare Advantage plan, we will then help you narrow down which carrier, which product, which plan is going to be best for your situation based off of your specific needs. So first thing we're going to talk about is the pros and cons of Medicare supplements. With Medicare supplements, they're richer in health benefits. So there's about 10 different options. The most popular plans today are Plan G and Plan N. And we're not going to go into a lot of detail, but Plan G is the richest plan that's available today. It has a deductible of $233 for 2023. Once you meet that deductible, you're covered 100% for the rest of the year for anything that Medicare covers, except for your prescriptions. And so it's very rich. One of the things you need to know about Medicare supplements is when you're becoming eligible for Medicare, you have a 6-month guaranteed issue window of time to enroll in the plan without any health questions. Outside of that, you then have to ask health questions and you may get declined or possibly rated, which just means you pay more than the preferred rate for the same Medicare plan. Another thing is it's rich in network, meaning you can go to any doctor or facility in the country that accepts Medicare. You don't need a referral. All you have to do is ask the provider or the facility, do you take Original Medicare? If they do, you schedule an appointment, you go, and you're going to be covered. So it gives you that flexibility to travel without having to worry about, are they a network? Are they not a network? Because 98% of doctors and facilities across the country are going to be accepting Original Medicare. So again, I want to emphasize that one of the benefits is that you don't have to get a referral to see a doctor that accepts Medicare. Another benefit is that it's not managed care, meaning they're not going to be asking for prior authorizations. You're not going to be told you have to go to this doctor first before you go to see this doctor. So again, it just gives you a little more flexibility and ease of use when it comes to Medicare. Some of the cons that perceived cons that come with a Medicare supplement. One is that there is a premium. With a Medicare Advantage plan, there's many that have zero premiums, but with a Medicare supplement, Plan G for someone 65, you're looking at somewhere between, I would say, $110 to $180 a month, depending on the state and the carrier for your monthly premium. And then with that, there's also annual increases that happen. So you pay that monthly premium, and then every year the rate's going to go up, and it's based off of two things. One is your age. Every year that you get older, typically we don't get healthier, we get sicker. The insurance company knows that, so they have to raise the rates to cover the cost of their increase in claims. The second thing is claims loss ratio or medical loss ratio. So what they do is they look at how much money they're gathering from all their customers, and they look at their revenue. Then they look at how much money we're paying out in claims, how much money we're paying out in administrative cost, and then at the end of the year, they look at that number, and if it's out of check, they have to raise the rates or they're going to go bankrupt. And so the rate increases typically aren't bad. We're seeing usually between 1% to 4% on an annual basis. But when it comes to Medicare supplements, you have to be careful when you're getting into a carrier, especially if they're new to the market. Because a lot of times they'll come out with some of the lowest rates, but a year or two down the road, they raise the rates 10, 12, 15%. I saw one year where a carrier came in, and the next year they went up 18%. And because you have a guaranteed issue window of only 6 months, some people were not able to move. They were stuck in that, and they had to pay that 18% increase. So just understand that there are those rate concerns. Also, there's really no extra benefits like you're going to see in a Medicare Advantage plan. Some of these Medicare supplement plans will have um, a gym membership involved, but not often. So it just depends on what you're looking for to fit your lifestyle, to fit your budget. And Medicare supplement may or may not be the best plan. And then lastly, one of the cons is Medicare supplements don't cover or don't include prescription drug plans. And I believe we talked about in the last video that if you don't get a prescription drug plan and have credible prescription drug coverage when you are eligible for Medicare, you're going to start accumulating a penalty that once it hits, it's a monthly penalty for the rest of your life. So those are some of the pros and cons of Medicare supplements. I don't have um, feeling one way or the other because it's really going to be based off of your needs and your ability to afford the plan. So the second option that we're going to talk about, and again, we're going to talk about the pros and the cons, is a Medicare Advantage plan. Medicare Advantage plans, one of the quickest advantages you're going to see is that there are a number of them that have a zero premium. So you have your premium for Part B, and then you have no premium for your Medicare Advantage plan, which makes it nice because you don't have the additional costs on a monthly basis. Many of these Medicare Advantage plans have gym memberships built into them where you can go to Lifetime Fitness or Anytime Fitness, Planet Fitness, YMCAs, and a list of other places. It will vary from carrier to carrier, but we can help you navigate that to make sure that you get into a plan that has a facility that you want to go to. There's also things called OTC benefits. Then OTC stands for over-the-counter benefits. When you go to CVS, before you get to the pharmacy, you got to pass by the greeting cards and the candy and the toys. And just before you get to the pharmacy, there's a block, a section where you've got your household things like bathroom safety equipment, compression socks, vitamins, toothpaste and toothbrushes. Those are considered over-the-counter benefits. And a lot of these Medicare Advantage plans will have a quarterly benefit. It could be $25 a quarter. Some plans are upwards of $325 a quarter. So it depends on what your needs are. But instead of taking that money out of your groceries to buy those everyday items, these Medicare Advantage plans will give you an allotted amount per month to use to help save money, like I said, out of your grocery budget. Some of them also have flex cards. These flex cards are intricate, but sometimes you can use money for things like your utility bill or groceries. So there's a lot of benefits involved, including transportation. Some of these will give you transportations to and from doctor's appointments. You're not going to be able to use it to go down to the Olive Garden for dinner and come back, but usually to a doctor's office, dentist's office, usually something related to healthcare. They'll give you X amount of trips throughout the year. So those are some of the advantages. Some of the cons or disadvantages is that a Medicare Advantage plan is managed care, meaning you have to stick within an HMO or a PPO network. So you have to be cautious that not every doctor is going to accept your plan. And if you go to that doctor, you're either going to have an out-of-network cost or you're not going to be covered and you're going to pay 100% of that invoice yourself. And then with managed care comes prior authorization. So when you go to the doctor and you give them your insurance card, you may have to have prior authorization before you have a surgery. So the doctor may say, hey, you need a hip replacement. Well, before the insurance company will approve that hip replacement, they may tell you, well, you need to go through and have 12 physical therapy sessions first, and then you hit the prior authorization process as well. So you have to understand that there's some limitations with Medicare Advantage plans. And then also, if you want to see a specialist, you may have to see your primary care physician to get that referral. Now, the Medicare Advantage networks are getting stronger and stronger, but sometimes you don't want to deal with that inconvenience of having to get a referral. Whereas a Medicare supplement, referrals aren't necessary, and sometimes that can be an option that works better for you. So those are kind of the pros and the cons of Medicare Advantage plans. I will tell you that roughly 70% of our clients, when we do the educational portion with them, are choosing a Medicare Advantage plan. And it doesn't matter whether they're wealthy or not. People choose Medicare Advantage plans, and same with Medicare supplements. About 30% of our customers do Medicare supplements. So you just have to understand what's best for you. but we help guide you through that process. We answer the questions about prior authorizations. We answer the questions about which Medicare supplement carriers has the least rate increases. So we look at the track history. We look at the customer service record for these different carriers. We look at the star ratings for the different carriers, and we help navigate that for you, all at no cost and no pressure. Now, again, if you want to get your copy of our Medicare Breakdown book, click on the link below, fill out the registration form, and we will send you a digital copy to your email. Thanks a lot and have a great day. So if you want to hear the rest of our videos, make sure you subscribe to our channel. And if you want a copy of that book, make sure you click on the link below in the description, and that'll take you to a form that you fill out, and we'll make sure you get a copy of Medicare Breakdown.